Hello children, today we will be learning about the next part, that is representation of real numbers on the number line. In the previous video we had noticed that every real number has the decimal expansion. So when we have the decimal expansion, it is easy to locate the decimal numbers or the decimal expansion of any real number on the number line. Now as for the example, I have taken one example. It is locate or visualize 3.765 on the number line. You can see 3 is a whole number and 765 they are after the decimal point, so they are the decimal expansion of this number. So how to locate this? We know that 3.765 it is less than 4 and greater than 3. 3 and 4 are the natural numbers, or they are the whole numbers, or you can say they are the rational numbers. So now when we represent 3.765, we cannot represent in one step. Step by step we will be showing the representation of this decimal number. First we will be taking 3.7. 3.7 first we will be taking. Now this is the first number line starting with 3 and it ends with 4. We have divided this portion into how many equal parts, how many equal units? 10 equal units. You know 7 is in which place? 10th place. So we have divided into 10 equal parts, and here the first one we have after 3 we have 3.1, 3.2, 3.3, 3.4, 3.5 and so on. Finally we are getting 4. And here you can notice one thing, we have to take 3.7. 3.7, we have 3.7 here. Here we have 3.7. And what is the next decimal number after 3.7? That is 3.8. So what we will do, we will be taking the next number line. The beginning of the number line will be 3.7. 3.7 and then here it is 3.8. 3.8. The next number line you can see 3.7 and 3.8. And same way we have divided the number line into how many equal parts? 10 equal parts, starting with the first number here 3.71, 3.72, 3.73 and so on. We have here 3.79 and last 3.8. So here you can see our 3.76 now. Where is this 3.76? We can see in the next number line we have 3.76 here. Here we have 3.76. Now we have 3.76. What is the next number? After 3.76, we have 3.77. So we will be taking both the numbers in the next number line. So next number line, this is the next number line, and we have represented 3.76 and the last number is 3.77. And same way, we will be dividing this number line into how many equal parts? 10 equal parts. 3.761, 3.762, 3.763 and so on. We have 3.766, 3.767 and finally we have 3.77. Now what number is given to us to locate? It is 3.765. We have this all 3 digits or 3 places after the decimal point. We have 3.765. Where do we have? 3.765. So here 3.765 is here on the number line. So 3 places after the decimal point will be getting this number in 3 steps. So this is the way we will be locating the decimal numbers on the number line. Now the next part will be learning about the operations on real numbers. What are the 4 fundamental operations? Addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. We know the addition with the sum of the difference, the product and the quotient of the irrational number will be finding out. As we know, the sum, difference, product and quotient of the rational numbers, they are rational. And here we have the irrational numbers, they are closed under addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. But somehow it is all the time the sum, difference, product and quotient of the irrational numbers, they are not always irrational. Now we are taking one example. We have to check whether 7 root 5, 7 upon root 5, root 2 plus 21 and pi minus 2, they are irrational or not. What is this number? What is this number? This is 7 root 5. You can see 7 is a rational number, root 5 is an irrational number. Now we have to check 7 root 5 whether it will be rational or irrational. Here we have taken the values of root 2. What is the value of root 2? Root 2 is 1.4142 and so on. This is the decimal portion, the decimal expansion of root 2. Root 5, 2.236 and so on. This is the decimal expansion of root 5, which is also irrational number. You can see the form of the decimal number. It is irrational number. The decimal expansion is non-terminating, non-recurring. Value of pi 3.1415 and so on. So they are the values of these numbers. Now to find out 7 root 5, what we have done? We have multiplied 7 with root 5. 7 into root 5, the value of root 5 is, it is 7 multiplied by 2.236 and so on, and we are getting 15.652 and so on. You can notice the decimal expansion of this number is non-terminating, non-recurring decimal expansion. For the next one, 7 upon root 5, as we know, we can multiply both the numerator and denominator by the same either rational or irrational number. We have multiplied here root 5, so we are getting 7 root 5 upon 5. What is the value of 7 root 5? Value of 7 root 5 is 15.652 divided by 5. Finally, we are getting the answer, that is 3.1304 and so on. You can see this number also. What type of decimal expansion is this? Non-terminating, non-recurring decimal expansion. Similarly, root 2 plus 21, that is 1.4142 and so on, plus 21, that is 22.4142 and so on. You can notice in this also you can notice the decimal expansion, non-terminating, non-recurring decimal expansion. And finally pi minus 2, that is 3.1415 and so on, minus 2, that is 1.1415 and so on. So here also we can see the decimal expansion of this number is non-terminating, non-recurring. So what types of numbers are there? Multiplication of a rational number with irrational number, we are getting all the, here it is division, here it is addition, here it is subtraction. Of the irrational numbers, we are getting here they all are irrational numbers. But sometimes they are not irrational. They might be rational. We'll be taking another example. I'm taking another example to show the sum of the irrational numbers, whether they are irrational or rational. So here I have taken one example, 2 root 2 plus 5 root 3 and root 2 minus 3 root 2, 3 root 3 will be adding. Will be find the sum of these two irrational numbers. By adding, here we have 2 root 2 plus 5 root 3 plus root 2 minus 3 root 3. So we will be collecting the same irrational number together, 2 root 2 plus root 2, then plus 5 root 3 minus 3 root 3. So what is common here in these two terms? Root 2 is common. So 2 here, the rational number 2 plus 1 and root 2 is common. Out of these two terms, we have root 3 common, 5 minus 3. So finally we are getting 2 plus 1 is 3, 3 root 2 plus 2 root 3. Always whenever we take the combination of rational and irrational number, we first write the rational number, then the irrational number. So here we are getting the answer, the result is 3 root 2 minus 2 root 3, which is the irrational number. Another example I have taken here, we have to find the sum of 7 plus root 2 and 5 minus root 2. By adding both these irrational numbers, we have now 7, which is a rational number. 5 is also a rational number. We have taken 7 plus 5 and root 2 plus root 2 minus root 2. Plus root 2 minus root 2 is 0. So finally we are getting 7 plus 5 is 12, which is rational. So when we add or subtract or multiply or divide the irrational numbers, always they may not be rational. Sometimes they may be rational. Now, two more examples I have taken. One of multiplication, another of division. So here we have to multiply 6 root 5 by 2 root 5. 6 and 2, they are the rational numbers. So first 6 multiplied with 2, then multiplied with root 5 and root 5. 6 2s are 12 and root 5 into root 5, that is root 25, which comes to 5. Root 25, which is equals to 5. So 12 5s are 60. We are getting one rational number. When two irrational numbers are multiplied, we are getting here a rational number. Another example, here it is one division question. 8 root 15 divided by 2 root 3. Division, 8 root 15 divided by 2 root 3. So here we can write root 15 as root 3 multiplied with root 5. So 8 into root 3 into root 5 divided by 2 into root 3. Now 2 1s are 2, 2 4s are 8. Root 3 and root 3 both cancel, 1 and 1 and root 5. And finally we are getting the answer, that is 4 root 5. Here this is an irrational number.